So here in these end days, you're starting to see how the other nations don't want to engage. They just want to deflect. Well, it's funny because, when we first got into this truth, a lot of us came in with these camps and got great information, great understanding from the camps, a good little foundation and things like that. But then the Most High moved us further. Well, it's funny because, this one guy comes on the comment board running his mouth. And I'm going to show a couple of his comments because it just shows you how, look, you Constantine Christians, you can send your Pharisees if you want to. They're going to get cut up just like you're going to get cut up. See, just because you're black and just because you say you're in a camp or in a group, whatever else, you're still pushing the same Psalms 83 agenda that the so-called Europeans are the ones that can dictate what we can and cannot read. And you want to say you have 100% truth, which is not even possible anyways in this reality. And not only that, you really can't get it if you only read 66 or 80 books. And you guys say you read all 80 books and things like that, but there's many parts of the Apocrypha you don't touch. Like the part about wisdom being a female, and she was the one that was actually taking care of us in Wisdom of Solomon chapter 10. But those kinds of things, but you'll run to John and say, oh, it says he, so therefore it says he, just like the Christians do. So check out this comment. So we know Jakes like you don't, just by how you speak, you're incomplete in your doctrine, and you refuse to acknowledge the elders and apostles of GMS. I'm like, man, have I said anything about GMS? So you guys want to come in here and interject yourselves in this conversation, but you can do it on your own channel. But I'm like, LOL, I'm incomplete. It says, show me where the Most High said we can only read 80 books. Then break down 2 Esdras 14, talking about the other books being released here at the end. So there's more to 2 Esdras than 6 and 9. See, all you guys are worried about is Esau. And there's much more going on than just talking about Esau all the time. Then his next comment was, you're wearing a hat as you attempt to prophesy. Your head is not supposed to be covered. I'm trying to say goofball, I guess. Replied, I've been awake for 4 years now, and every single one of you Jakes that rejects the doctrine of GMS always is off in your doctrine. It never fails. So he's been awake now for 4 years, huh? This is what happens when you barely come into the truth and you think you can just run your mouth and talk to just whoever you want. See, I'm not a Constantine Christian who hasn't read everything that you've read and more. See, over here, that's what happens, is that we've read everything you've read and more. How do you know that that's all it talks about as far as a cover in your head? Like that's the end all be all. I said, they have infiltrated our scriptures and changed everything and taken things out. How do we know that's exactly how, that's how that was meant? I go by your fruits. And what are your fruits? What are you bringing out? Are you bringing out anything new? Have you broken down Revelation 6 and 8, talk about the fourth part? Have you learned that the Americas, we were already here? Have you gone into that? Have you gone into the fact that we are the natives? Have you broken down any of these other scriptures talking about the northern kingdom, southern kingdom coming together, like Revelation 6 and 8, and us being oppressed together? I mean, all you can do is listen to what your elders say. And you're like a little kid that has some kind of a weapon and doesn't know what to do with it. So you're running around here to other people's channels, running your mouth, but you don't know what the hell you're even talking about. Let's take a look at 2 Esdras 14 and 44. In 40 days, they wrote 204 books. And it came to pass, when the 40 days were filled, that the highest spake, saying, the first that thou hast written, publish openly. There's your Bible, that the worthy and unworthy may read it. But keep the 70 last, that thou mayest deliver them only to such as be wise among the people, which is what's happening now. For in them is the spring of understanding, the fountain of wisdom, and a stream of knowledge. See, you guys don't even talk about that because you're stuck saying it's only 66 or 80 books. You're going to run to Isaiah. You're going to run about how nothing can mate with her. I already know which scriptures you're going to run to. And there's other books of Isaiah that you haven't gotten to. The Ascension of Isaiah. Have you read that before? There's other books. You got Baruch. Have you read 2nd Baruch yet? See, there's all these other books you haven't even read or you don't even acknowledge, you don't even talk about, that give more understanding of what's in the Bible. But see, this is what your daddy tells you. You can't read those books. This is what your daddy tells you. That's all that you need to know. This is what your daddy tells you. I will dictate what doctrine you're going to learn, and that's all you're going to learn, and that's 100% truth. See, that's what churches have been doing, telling you that they have 100% truth. And do you believe that now? Do you believe that the churches have 100% truth? Do you believe that Constantine Christians are giving you 100% truth while they're hiding all these books and all this other information? Do you hear them talking about us awakening in the lands of our captivities? No. So if you can sit there and go hard on Esau and the white man, but then only listen to the books that he approves, then you are very suspect. You are the one that's compromised, because you're the one that's following Edomite Gentile doctrine. Now prove me wrong and show me where it says that the Most High approved only 80 books, or the Most High only approved 66 books. Don't run to Isaiah and talk about how, oh, no one can mate with her. That's your breakdown. That's your opinion. There were other books. These people in the Bible were referring to the book of Enoch. They make references to Jasher, make references to Jubilees, and you don't read any of those books. So please, miss me with the coming over here trying to act all fugazi, like you got this and that, and you only been in the truth for 4 years. So we've been in the truth much longer than you, read much more than you. So I know that your handler sent you over here to act a fool, but you're going to be sent home looking like a fool now. Much love, family. Shalom.